7:30, so I'd be able to play at 7:30, but that's an hour and a half in. So
Yeah. So yeah, no worries. Just we'll play this week, not next week, and then after that I should be fine because things should clear up, and I've actually got some time off coming up. But the 15th, the 22nd, that's the week of Christmas. And we can take a measure if everyone's, if say you're taking the week of Christmas off and you just want to fuck off and do nothing, that's fine too. But just next week it would be off the docket for me. So
Stupid Discord ball. Ah, it's annoying. We're live, by the way. A stupid Discord bot that I just wrote is not working. That's annoying.
This event only. Okay, calendar's updated. And yeah, for anyone else who joined, if you have been watching The Mandalorian and haven't seen the last episode, go ahead and see it. It was awesome. Or some people are waiting for the whole season to come out. I mean, that's fine too, but there may be spoilers out on the internet just in case you come across them. And if you are waiting for the whole season, it's been a great season so far, so I think you'll enjoy.
Definitely have to watch out. Oh, Mike, the Zendikar Revisited came out. The Secret Layer drop came out. I don't know. Can you see this guy?
Not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Wait, didn't you just have someone over to clear out some of your cards?
I did. I had him over, and I got a guy who's gonna buy. So I'm just gonna get rid of a bunch of my stuff. That's nice.
I randomly got 2 foil mana drains somehow.
Wow, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I picked up a box of the collector editions.
You're crazy. Crazy to talk over
I
there.
also got a vampiric tutor.
There you go.
Oh my god! And I don't know why, but I'm most proud of the Soul Ring extended art foil. Oh my god, it's beautiful. All right, I'm done.
I was just I don't know. I'm always looking at myself for my monitor, and I'm always like washed out with this ugly yellow and white light. And I didn't realize until now. Like Eddie just has this such a cool like purple maroon. He looks like a DJ in a dark booth somewhere. What kind of lamp do you have that's like that nice dim light? Because like
Probably
your
his
face is
computer.
lit up enough, but yet it's like not all washed out and yellow like the rest of us white freaks. Or you're muted. I'm not. Oh. Hopefully,
That mic in front of you ain't doing nothing.
No, still not hearing anything. Oh, shoot.
Oh, there it is. What were you saying?
No, still nothing. Shoot.
I'm wondering if it's his computer, because I've been looking to build out a computer, and now it's all about ground effects and flashy lights.
Well, I'll let Eddie play with it. He might want to. Yeah, I'll probably disconnect and reconnect.
Or he lives in the red light district or pink light district.
Yeah. Well, he did just move, so maybe he moved to the right side.
There is that.
Oh, let's see now.
And Alfred bot finally did the work that I wanted him to do. So I created a bot that goes and tells the Brass League channel and stream. There used to be just the regular Me6. It's just a bot someone wrote that you can program with a lot of different stuff. And I created Alfred bot. So it's Alfred and has the picture of the animated series Alfred, and I have him customized. So like when people join, he says it in a very Alfred-like way and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. Any can you speak all right or? Oh, shoot, still nothing. No audio at all.
There you go. You just unmuted yourself.
No, I've not seen.
He's
Actually,
unmuted,
they
but his
did. So
microphone isn't working.
they've been updating the WebEx client a lot. I mean, I check every week, and every single week it's jumping way up in version. But the newest version, they definitely changed a lot of stuff in the UI, the controls or how you break out the windows. And I'm just noticing the mute button does not show unless you hover over the person's pane. Before, at least on mine, you'd have this little red mute icon over someone's face, but
Oh yeah, I actually break out the participants window, the participants list, and you can see their status that way as well.
yeah. Yeah,
It's
it'll
also
briefly show if it. I think if someone speaks, then their name appears, and then it'll show you their status, but it doesn't show otherwise. Or I can actually click on it and request unmute, actually from the function. I also noticed that the annotate window, the default color changed, so I'm guessing they did something with that. Hopefully, they fixed that annotate bug where it wasn't releasing. All right, let me get this ready here.
Hello.
Mike, how you've changed.
Okay, I'm going back to finish dinner. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's see, I'm just moving all my detail out.
Annotations are off. I was gonna test that, but they're off. There they go.
It's on, but when you join, it does not automatically add you to annotations, which is wrong.
Yes, it works. Nice. You can erase your own
Awesome.
annotations now. Sweet.
All right, good. They fixed that at least. Altus and the Lumberjacks. The Lumberjacks, who I built a little too tough. They were supposed to fold a little bit easier than this, but we'll finish them off, or well, we'll do whatever's necessary in this session. 32 and 33.
Maybe I can actually come back.
Well, yeah, you're still here, out in the parking lot, so you can come back through the U-sized hole in the window.
Oh, I was thinking like I ran for miles. I'd just be
Yeah, I
driving
think we
back.
did. I actually kept your minion fighting just because it was already sort of in combat. So yeah, we'll just take you back in as that's where you were standing. We didn't really actually we honestly we only went like 1 or 2 rounds beyond when, or actually maybe even just 1 round after you left.
Ah, gotcha. All right.
More toys in the 3D printer.
Yeah, this is one I've had. It's just a fidget cube, so I'm fidgeting. You can just keep forever fidgeting with it.
Lars just found another way to say, wait, what happened?
I need to get Lars in touch with Ben. Ben just got a 3D printer and he's having a lot of trouble with his. He doesn't know how to calibrate it right, I think.
They're a pain in the ass.
That's what it looks like. It looks
Yeah.
like a lot of trial and error. He does a lot of calculations written down everywhere.
That's funny. Yeah, there is a massive amount of trial and error. Eddie just texted and said my entire computer's audio just crashed and he needs to start without him.
Yeah, I see it.
I wonder if he has an Oculus installed. My God. I fight that every day. I'm so done with Facebook.
All right. Okay, so we'll go back where we were. This was. Oh yeah, it's still in game. It is still Friday the 13th, 1934. This is the evening. You had gone to the museum to look up clues about the various mechanical clockwork soldiers and how they worked. And then we're following up the lead about the matchbook with from the fat landlady, the Dick of it, and that was the lead that seemed to be dropped by the false or impersonator Torben Voller. Um, you'd come into the bar and everybody had been sort of interviewing some of the patrons and stuff around there were the sort of shitty kids that are I think one out I think they were running behind the bar. Um, that was ended up being a false lead, and then the suspects around this table seemed to be acting somewhat odd. And then there was a bunch of just rowdy lumberjacks hanging around this table who all of a sudden turned hostile when one of those suspects was found standing near them. They appear to be under some sort of charm or effect. And it seems like everyone in the restaurant or the bar has sort of upset with you in a more general sense, with the lumberjack specifically just taking to this to actual, well, light violence maybe with just some pounding fists. But the general consensus, everyone in the bar seems to be upset that you are all here to stir up the hornet's nest by going into this castle, and that you're going to get all the people in the town killed. And these lumberjacks actually taken to actually fighting you over the issue. When you started the fight, these suspects seem to vanish, disappear, or have some sort of influence-based skills. Two of them you had defeated, two of the three, and when they did, they sort of collapsed onto the ground. They sort of made this sign with their hands, and just like white phosphorus seemed to be like burning out of their eyes. Their skulls almost glowing, and as they just collapsed on the ground, just almost like a husk, or at least a head husk of where they were. The lumberjacks just don't seem to be acting in any odd sense. And as far as current status, this is zooming out the whole picture. So you've got essentially one suspect, four lumberjacks. They're all not in great condition. Yeah, you have the metamorph out here. He is also injured at 67%. This one suspect over here, the blue suit had shot with his glue gun, so he is incapacitated in the sense he is stuck, glued up against the bar. He is also injured, so below 2/3. In the middle of the room, you have Jean-Claude Van Damme doing his blinded routine. I think he was Oliver Ramos had blinded him using his abilities. A couple of the other lumberjacks were also charmed by Oliver Ramos, and I think I'd forgotten to write it down, but I believe all three of these had passed the three failed tries, so they are all essentially charmed to trust Oliver Ramos in his new form as Pamela Anderson, as she appeared in Baywatch, but are otherwise not so affected. This particular one, it currently has a fear effect on him because he'd run through the stun grenade, which you thought was thrown outside, but it turned out it was just an illusion that it still persisted there. And actually, these patrons have shifted over away from it, given the loud noise. He was just booking for the back, also where this lumberjack had ended up. I think he had some kind of fear effect on him originally. It wore off, and he's still out there. And then this lumberjack also is at injured at 2/3. And I think the initiative order, we left it off. It is with the lumberjacks. So we'll resolve theirs and then go back to the top of the order. I think we made a point of leaving them on it. I think we sort of stopped short because it was getting late that one night. 50, 67. Let's try 50%. That looks good. All right, so we'll roll through number 25. Is going to run over to this minion. They had all gone on about the Clockwork Soldiers and the Iron Maiden being the enemy, and to sort of throw them off guard or off, well, just get them out of their comfort area. The metamorph had actually turned into one of the, essentially appearing, shape shifting to appear as though he were one of these Clockwork Soldiers, and he even made a bunch of minions, which were little miniaturized versions of same. So they are all particularly freaked out by him and these little minions. So 25 is going to run over to minion number 3 and try to smack him. I put a 1 on that minion. I can't remember, Taylor, if that was he took 1 hit point of damage or he had 1 hit point left. I think he's taken 1 hit point of damage. So you would
so
know
he's at 4.
how much he has left.
Should be 4.
Well, he tries to stomp on him and misses as he is attacking his friend there, and he's not quite. Well, he's not thinking straight because he's drunk and charmed, so he doesn't have flanking bonus from that. So that's a swing and a miss for him. The blinded guy in the middle is going to rub his eyes and try to shake off. That's and Eddie isn't here to say, but I don't believe that the blinded was potent. I think that was only the charmed. And he does shake that off, so he's able to shake off his blindedness, his blinditude. He can't see, and he's going to run over to Shooting Star and take a ham-fisted swing at his head. And actually, okay, Eric, what is your total guard with your haste and your resistance against force?
With the force, it would be 27.
All right, so he actually you don't know if you just weren't paying attention or you didn't maybe you saw that he was blinded and sort of put him out of your mind, but you turn your head just as he's coming at you and he connects right across the jaw and you take 7 points of damage from his massive fist. He rolled a natural 20 on his 20, so he actually was able to find the man inside of the blur and hit him. Oh yeah, that's right. You still got the immobile on you too, so you're blurring in position. 32 is going to come running back out. 15, 30. And he'll do a double move to roll over the table. Let's see how well he did that. Not bad. He does a little roll toss over on his back, lands right on his feet, and charges right up to the minion. But that was his second move, so that's as far as he can go. And then number 33 is the fear effect ends on the end of his turn, so he still has it. So he still has to run. He is still going to continue to run, and actually, Taylor, the minion gets a swing on him. So if you want to stab him in the back of the calf as he goes running off with his little mini sword, or I suppose it's about this. You could take a pair of scissors, snap them in half, and have 2 little swords going.
25.
Oh, that actually might.
Not bad, little minion. 18 and a 7.
He does it. So the guy gets stabbed in the back of the calf, and it's like just enough blood loss. His his face goes pale. He just collapses on the ground unconscious from that stab. And with that, and I'm going to move the initiative. I'm going to try to remember this time. We're back at the top of the order with Shooting Star.
Oh, can the minions talk? Actually, could they say like "for the glory of the Iron Maiden"?
Let me see. Summon.
It's of limited intelligence. It says.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Limited intelligence. Yeah. I mean, they're basically going with the classic, the zombies raised out of the ground, or the druid summoning bears out of the woods. So, yeah, we'll say they could not like have complex conversations, but they could have little sayings and statements that they make, like like for the glory of the lady or something like that.
Perfect.
Do you have to pull the string in the back of them to do it?
Yeah. They have like they
So I
attack
have
with their sword,
range
then they
on
reach
that.
around back and they pull the string out and they go, "For the glory of Grayskull!"
All
Let's see
right.
if I have 50 range, and then I can do it. All right, sorry.
Well, I'm going to use my sap on the lumberjack,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack him. Oop, natural 20. Better roll another one. Whoop.
Oh,
Oh,
that reflected back on him.
another. Oh my God. 2 natural 20s. No shit. I got to get it in the hole here. Ah! Yeah, don't give me any hard time about that, Lars. Can't get it in the hole. And then a 15. And then I roll my 2d8s. And
I
one
don't
of
know.
them was an 8. The other was a 7. Holy crap. This guy is going to go down hard.
I was gonna
Like
say
what?
if
Like
you
That's what
8,
she said.
7, and 6.
That is what she said.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say
All right,
if he
so that's
was
30,
50,
50,
whatever.
76.
What the fuck?
76.
That's the highest ever. What the
I have
fuck?
never seen that before. A 20 on that, a 15 on that, 2d8. The 2d8s were an 8 and a 7, and then the roll for the 8 was a 6. Holy crap.
Bing, 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 bing,
Eric, for the rest of this
bing,
night,
bing.
you're gonna stink. Just
I
saying.
know.
He just used up all of his power in the one.
Yep. All in one shot. Done.
Okay, so yeah, you like smack him like right across the temple, and it's like with such force. As your arm swings around, he's knocked unconscious, flies back, like lands on the table, flips over the table, and then flops flat on the ground here. And yet, you had such control of that hit. He's still
Not dead.
perfectly unconscious, but not dead. So it doesn't necessarily have to translate into damage. It just has to translate into like an epic success. So
Yep.
this would even work with you thought he was blind, you weren't paying attention, you looked, you got like smacked, and you just came right back with a backhand that sent him flying over the table, knocking him out.
All right.
As
The next question I have is there's some kind of bane on me and I can't read it.
so this is still the
Immobilize?
immobile bane. For the
And I
the
think did I fail 3 times on that?
to actually, let me check something real quick.
Because I can't remember.
Yeah, I believe you did, because I think
Yeah.
I put PSR 3.
Yeah.
So that would be 3.
Yeah, I believe I
And-
failed 3 times on that. That's why
Yeah,
I can't move.
In theory, that should be. Oh, actually, it is resistance. It is not. I was gonna say, because the guy who
Yeah.
put it on you is unconscious, but it's resist N, so it doesn't disappear. If it was sustain persists, then
Right.
it would have dropped. But yeah, so actually it is still. So you basically have it for 1 minute, so you're stuck in place.
Right. So as a free action, I'm going to switch the pistol to my main hand and take a shot at number, let's see. Will I know if somebody's charmed or not?
So I mean, this is like your, I don't know, D&D intelligence check. You have definitely gotten a sense that when everyone was kind of acting up like, oh, you're gonna kill it, get us all killed.
Mm-hmm.
You did have a feeling like, oh shoot, the town's really upset. But when these lumberjacks started acting up, it was definitely it was outside of the normal wheelhouse. Like, why would these guys
Right.
be this upset? And when you saw the guy standing next to them kind of whispering, you figured like, oh, he must have said something. And then when you saw all the influence abilities of all these guys, I mean, making poor Blitzman drink a liter of pee. Actually, I
No,
did
I
not
meant
intend.
aren't they charmed by One of our guys?
Oh, true. So the charm you're seeing, I mean, story-wise, they are charmed.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing all this. They are on
Right.
top of that, charmed by Oliver Ramos. To think that she now is
Yeah.
their like most trusted friend, so that wouldn't enter into your perception. But I mean, all of the lumberjacks.
Are they still attacking us though?
Yeah, oh, yes.
No, yeah,
They don't care.
Oh, okay.
They won't
Okay.
attack. They won't attack Oliver. But
yeah, they would not
don't
attack
care.
him, but they would attack the rest. Of
Okay.
them.
So I'm going to attack. I think that's 25. That's diagonally forward
Yeah.
of me. I'm going to attack him at disadvantage 3 to see if I can.
Okay.
All right.
If you take him down too, this is going to be an epic.
Yeah. Well, it's not bad for disadvantage 3. 6 and 9 is 15.
No, that's not enough. So we'll say that
Okay.
the bullet just whizzed right past him.
Right.
And like I said, you can, because some people just use guns, so you can't say that all guns have to be lethal. So you can shoot to wound. I mean, as much as police
Yeah.
don't, they shoot for
Right.
center mass because they have to. But you know, you're the super cops. You're trying to shoot the guy in the kneecap or whatever, and
Right.
because you're trying extra hard, it's easier to miss. So you're trying to, wing him in the leg, and you miss. The shot went in the ground. Oh heck.
Yep. Very good. Thank you. And I just maintain.
Yeah,
That's all else I
don't
do.
know, for the audience or for the record, I did not plan this to be so puerile as making people drink pee or turning Oliver Ramos into a woman who is there immediately after told to take her clothes off. Those are preset influence things. I had them in, and it just ended up coming out that funny. Oh yeah, and Eddie, your audio seems to be okay. I don't know if we can hear you.
It should probably
haven't
work
talked
now.
yet. Yay, it does.
Jesus Christ.
So you only had to reboot your entire computer.
Yeah, that's all I had to do was just reboot the whole thing.
It's a minor thing.
Christ.
Okay, and that is. Oh right, he didn't have to resist his fear because he died. Well, he went down. Next stop is number 34, and as he's incapacitated, he can do nothing this round other than roll to resist at the end of it, I believe. Incapacitated. Reaction to break free at the end. And Mike isn't there to say if it's. I didn't have it. I don't believe it's potent. I believe it's not a potent bane, so it's just a straight roll. Which he does not make, so he's still stuck in the glue. And then it goes to that was there, and then to Blue Suit, who is not there. So we'll just go to Taylor, and then we'll come back. Here you are, and you again. This was the window that you'd said. There's a little minion-sized hole here, and there's a giant Taylor-sized hole here. For Van der hole.
I'll run back through my hole.
30.
Apologies. I had to get food.
Oh, you can just move it back. You can have Mike. You can go.
Okay. I just was having Taylor move because he's kind of all the way over here. So, you're up. You're in the corner. I think you'd had something of a fear effect. I think that's why you run over to the corner and then it wore off after that. This suspect is in front of you. He is incapacitated, so he's glued to the bar. And it was his turn, and he just failed his resist to try to break out of it. So he is still stuck there.
Okay.
You've got 2 lumberjacks.
If I move, where's my annotations? Blue. If I stand up on the bar, can I shoot the lumberjacks over the patrons or no? Like if I like so.
I'd say so because
if I were to
they're
move up here,
standing. Yeah.
Oh, I don't see it, but I guess hopefully you see it.
Yeah. I moved it to where you put your axe.
It finally showed up. Man, this thing is like.
It seems like they fixed the bug where the annotations were not erasing, but they did not fix the bug for this new bug. Maybe.
Yeah, I just cleared annotations, and maybe it's slow. Whatever. Um, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, even though it does pass through them, they are seated, and honestly, they're all kind of hunkered down as well. He's standing, you're standing in the bar. I think you have plenty of
yeah,
sight.
and I'm just gonna make a damaging long shot because I think it's. I'm sure I'm within 50. If I'm not, I have long shot on my gun. And hopefully I do damage. Oh, wrong button. I need this one. And why has it been so long? I can't remember my agility.
Yeah, so you have 100, so you're okay. Normally that would have been too far.
Yeah, that's why I got it. Actually.
Yeah, my character for your campaign, I'm definitely adding long shot on that.
Damn it. 8.
8 is another miss. So, and I just know the minion's small enough, so no danger hitting him. But yeah, so again, the round just like fires down, hits in the ground here.
I blame Eric for taking all of our luck. Okay.
yeah. I think that's probably a new record. 76, I think it was.
Oh, 100%.
I think
Yeah,
what was the last
76.
one?
It's ridiculous.
We had one that was in the 50s or 60s, maybe. I think 50s something.
At one
I think
point it was
50
55, but I think someone hit 64 at some point. I forget who.
Okay, so someone did break the 60 barrier, so we're now in the 70s barrier.
7. Jesus. Double 20. Nice, Eric.
Actually, I'm gonna roll this patron really quick because he's also feared from attack. And he failed his roll, so he still has it. So blue suit jumps up onto the bar, takes the shot at the lumberjack number 25. You still have more movement left if you want to keep moving, or do
No, I want to stay right there in case that guy breaks free.
okay. And we're at the metamorph. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Well, 31 move gets you up to the window on this side of the hole in the glass in case there's something you want to do from there, or if you want to do a second move to proceed inside.
Can I do a ranged attack at 25? Do I have sight through the table?
Yeah, he's standing. You've got a hole in the glass, and you could reach him over the table.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot a. Let's go with a knife at him. I'm gonna try for a persistent damage at 25, and that's with
And so
agility.
you're doing you're going to invoke the Bane persistent damage, not do an attack for damage and hope to get the Bane on top of it.
Correct.
Okay.
Just
all right. So
Bane.
Bane
this is
attack
against his guard.
Yes.
And agility is a 4. At power level 4, you get a D8. A D10 power level 4. Oh, that's a nat 20.
That's 3 nat 20s tonight.
30. Even 40.
Even well, yeah, that's well. I guess you probably should have wished you did a damaging attack.
Oh yeah, at this point.
You definitely got your. Oh, that's like almost unfair.
No worries. That was power level 4, so it's a D6 per round. At beginning of target's turn. So yeah. And then
yeah. So
no worries. My little minion's gonna do the same thing on 32. It's a little stabby stab round. But
actually, I don't know. I'm just gonna make a DM judgment on the fly. Just do. It's such. I mean, just if you go by like the normal, like a difficulty, like heroic is 20, 26 is epic, 30 is legendary. I mean, I know you're only invoking a Bane, but Let's just do roll 1d6. So you'll do bleed damage on the hit, and then we'll do the bleed damage on his turn. At
Okay.
least give you something for that.
Oh, that's a 5.
Okay,
Almost
so
a 6.
25 takes 5 points of damage, and he's got persistent damage on him.
This is a hot die today.
At power level 4. Yeah. Hold on to those good dice.
Or maybe, no,
And-
you know, I'm gonna set this aside for later. Just-
save it. Put it on the shelf for.
yeah, yeah. There's
Okay,
base
and then
hail,
sorry,
and
your
then there's
minion.
like base heaven, maybe. I don't know. Yes, the other minion's gonna do a persistent damage attack. Yeah, 32.
Okay, on 32. Okay.
At power level 2. That was 13. I don't think that hits his guard. Yeah, that's agility.
It doesn't. So he takes a stab, and this lumberjack, he still has his knee pads on. He just like stabs it in like his little knee pad. His little sword gets stuck, and he has to put his foot up and like pull it out of his knee pad. He was going for a good bloody thrust, but his thrust just hit a spot that was not too soft. And let's see, yeah, that was your move, your things. Let's see, you don't need one. So any other minor move actions or anything else?
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a random perception check, just like around, to see if there's any creepers.
Okay.
Just like hiding. That's an 11.
Okay, so you got at least you do a pan and scan of the bar. You do pretty much notice where everyone is. So you've only spotted 3 suspects. These 2 right in front of you, and then the guy behind the bar who's still kind of glued to the bar in place. And you're not able to spot anyone else around. And I mean, to be fair, there were 3 of these fellows that everyone noticed at the beginning. You might have been outside when one of them dropped, so you might have just been checking. And then they had been running around invisible too, so it's probably a decent idea to do a quick scan of the room. And Oliver Ramos, I have you as outside, still nude, prone.
Oh
and
shit!
you
Should
were
I do disadvantage shots? She's nude.
Oh, yeah, actually, that's true. So you'd run up. I'll say she's kind of hovering in the shadows back here, so you hadn't noticed. And actually, your perception check, you were scanning inside, so I'll say you ran right past and didn't even notice.
Damn it! Oh, you gotta say something, man.
It is nighttime. It is a bit dark out there, and you did just get thrown through a window. So, and I think last thing Oliver Ramos you'd done was you blinded the one guy that was in the middle here, who ended up shaking off and running up and then getting stabbed quite horribly. And then these 2 lumberjacks are still charmed. I believe they failed 3 times, so they are. I think it's 24 hours or whatever your level of control is.
I'll get up.
Okay.
And then. I don't think I'll reach even if I get to. I'll go inside as far as I can.
You've got. Oh, that's right. You can teleport. I was gonna say there's 2 holes in this window where you got the front door, but yeah, you can teleport so wherever you want to go.
Yeah, I think
I think your
like.
your clothes are probably like here next to the table.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I'll teleport a little bit closer to the suspect. As close as I can get with like the few movement I have left.
To this chap over here?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Well, I got up from prone, so I don't think I can't go that far, can I?
You can teleport 30, but it would have to be
but getting up from prone takes half of your movement, which
right.
And because
use
teleport is a full movement action, you actually couldn't. So you could teleport the full range, but still be prone.
Well, you could just move this turn.
Or when you teleport yourself, you rearrange yourself on a different axis.
Actually,
so
this
that
is
you're
actually
standing up.
this is really funny. I'll teleport prone onto the table on the bottom
Ooh.
left. So they're gonna get a nice show.
Oh, let me turn your annotations back on. Every time you log back in, it clears. So you should be able to annotate now.
No, you got it right. You got exactly
Oh,
where I
okay.
want it to be. And
All
then
right.
I'm gonna do an incapacitate on 34.
Oh, he already has incapacitate on him.
Oh, is he done? Oh, okay,
Well-
then.
Well, it is a different style.
Yeah, you can put him to
He-
sleep mid-glue.
He's essentially glued in place. You could do it, which would actually knock him out. And if you did his is only, well, no, it is a power level 5, so it would be roughly the same evocation.
Yeah, I don't think mine goes any higher.
Yeah. 5 would be the highest high that you could do. So yeah, I guess you could still do it if you wanted to, and it would be a different type of incapacitate, but it might be overkill. It's your call.
Yeah, he could break out of the one he's got on him right now, so the second could be really helpful. He's a tricky one.
Actually, I would even, in theory, you could even do it, and he could have 2 incapacitates on him, because he would be asleep, but he would also still be glued in place. And I mean, I think it's a high enough power level. It's not going to be it, but like a gunshot or something might wake him up, but he would still be glued in place.
Hmm.
So you could put a second one on if you wanted to, but your call.
I'll do that.
Okay. And that'll be against his resolve.
19.
Is enough. Actually, this is the one he's already tried to resist once. And okay, you got to move. You got to your major action. Any other minor actions?
I'll look behind me just to see how the people behind me are reacting.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I think as much as they are, I mean, these people are kind of cowering away from the stun grenade, still sort of waning away or whining away loudly. Although I think it'd probably taper out to roughly by now. They're also kind of cowering in the corners as gunshots are going on and people are flying across the room. And then, yeah, suddenly a buxom nude woman just appears on the table in front of them, and they're probably a mix of men and women, but even 10% of the other. So yeah, you do get some reaction.
I
I
chuckle.
think more just shock than anything else. Like, well, that's random.
That's it. That's my turn.
And Blitzman, Lightning Man.
Right, so 34 is incapacitated and like asleep. Is that the deal? He's got his eyes
Yes,
closed.
he's incapacitated twice.
Yeah.
One by glue and one by sleep.
Okay, just double checking. And does my character understand that those other 2 lumberjacks are charmed? Like, is it clear that they're charmed?
Yeah. The whole fight, you figured these people have been twisted into actually fighting you.
Okay. No, I'm just well, no, I mean 32 and 25. We charmed them, right? Like they're on our side.
Yeah,
we
they've
already
been
had this
charmed.
conversation.
They've essentially been charmed twice. So
Right.
I don't actually have the other tag on them, but
Yeah, no, what I was trying to make sure of was that my character understood that we had them charmed. That's all.
You having them charmed doesn't mean they won't attack you. That was what we just discussed earlier.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
they're just charmed to not attack Eddie is all.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna attack number 25.
Okay, and just in case, I mean, it's one or the other. You do have a shot on 32 because the minion is super small. He only comes up to like his thigh or so.
Okay, thanks. It's a normal damaging attack.
Okay.
14, 23.
Okay. Against his guard. And this is the guy, he's already taken some damage as well. You get him in a solid attack.
And if it's over
and-
5, it's stun focus.
And 12, 2. He is injured and stunned. He's got so much on him, you can't even see him. So it is a solid attack. Your lightning definitely curls up his chest and burns his the clothes a bit. He sort of winces in pain as he takes a fair amount of damage, enough that your stunned Bane is thrown on top of everything, and he is below 2/3 now.
Alright.
And what was your major action? Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. And it is their turn. Number. Taylor, go ahead and roll 1d6 damage for your bleed on number 25. Whoops. Whoa. My sleeve always hitting the mouse wheel.
That's a 5.
5. And that's enough. Between those two, he collapses under the loss of blood and passes out on the floor.
Non-lethally bleeds out.
Yeah, he has enough exsanguination to cause drop in blood pressure, so he passes out. Well, I mean, you probably want to patch him up. If you just leave him there overnight, he'll probably be dead in the morning. And number 32, again, is going to take a crack at the minion as he tries to stomp on him again. I think, what's the little guy's guard?
12 with 4 hit points.
As he crushes him into a little pile of metal plates on the ground, as he took 17 points of damage. and he throws his fist over his head and starts cheering in triumph, and then looks around the bar to see his friends cheer him on, and then sees they're all pretty much passed out or knocked out on the floor. And back to shut back. Shoot.
Well, he's got one more friend in here. He's got Pamela Anderson,
Oh, true.
who he loves. Well, maybe not.
Well, no, it was platonic. So he is now reconsidering his platonic relationship with Oliver Ramos. And so top of the order, Shooting Star.
All right. I believe that says 32. And I'm going to take a shot at 32. Oh, I did get an 8 on that one. That might make enough. Oh, wow. That's 33. 33 is the total on the shot on 32.
Yeah, we've been doing that a lot. Wow, yeah. So he takes a shot and just folds. So it's like it was painful enough, or it was enough of a shock. 17 points of damage as he folds on the ground. And
I'm not going to try to shoot at the red 34, I think it says.
he is behind the bar. You do, I mean, even though they're seated, it's a little bit difficult of a shot.
I'm not high, so I'm not going to take an attempt at it. So
Yeah,
I'll I'll just say, yeah, see, I'm talking to the guys I was sitting with before. Yep. How do you like us so far?
It is the next turn. It is this guy's turn, and as he is incapacitated or unconscious, well, the blue suit's not there. But for anyone who sees, again, he's stuck against the glue. He starts shaking. His head starts to glow. Light shoots out of his eyes, and he just the heat almost melts off the glue, and he just crumples to the ground. They're essentially made so if they are unconscious or unable to do something, they'll, I guess, well, self-destruct isn't the right word. And that is it. Stage clear, and you check all your sides, and everyone is pretty much down to this guy. That can come off. Yeah. So everyone is back the way they are. The thunder. I'll leave that there. Record. Pretty much all the hazards of the place have cleared, and everyone is back in place.
So
Is
do we
there-
pass? Do we pass our a card to the bartender and say, "Don't worry, the station will take care of the damages"?
If anything by procedure, probably the first thing you do is to ask the bartender to use the phone, or ask
Yeah.
for where the phone is so you could call it in and have someone come and pick up. As I said, you pretty much suspected that these lumberjacks, while probably prone to the occasional bar fight for fun or profit, were probably being influenced in some way to act against their own self-interest. Let's see, some of these guys inside, so we'll go back to normal size. Right.
Kurt, I'm gonna go over and look at the remains from suspect 35, and then basically just begin going around to each of the lumberjacks and tying them up and treating their wounds.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll essentially to go through the post-mortem of what procedurally would happen. If you'd go through any innocent people you'd probably tend first aid to. You would call in for backup, so they'd come in and actually pick these guys up, either take them to the hospital or throw them in the drunk tank or whatever is going to be their treatment for the evening. And as far as the three suspects, if you inspect them, they are all dead. They all do appear to be human. Their eyes are literally gone, and there's smoke kind of coming out of the eye holes, and their heads are extremely hot to the touch. The flesh seemed to be somewhat burned or baked almost from the inside. Um, you do notice on the back of their skull there seems to be like a large bump, almost like as if a pool ball were like half embedded in their skull behind the skin, and there appears to be some scarring on that site as well. But beyond that, with the tools or magnifying glasses, things you have here, you really can't see more than that. They pretty much have to be taken to the morgue and have some kind of autopsy done to see what it actually is inside of their head. But they are all dead, and they all do appear to be human. They don't appear to be fake or mechanical people of any kind.
Advanced robots, obviously.
Well, maybe.
Just saying.
So they would take them off and examine them at the morgue. And as far as the lumberjacks, they again just appear to be sort of normal human, although a little bit roughed up and knocked out, as well as a little bit drunk. You're able to stabilize them. They were all taken, given whatever proper medical treatment, and then taken to the jail at least for the short term. You'd file your paperwork as well as far as what was going on here. And as far as interviewing the rest of the suspects in this place, they all do reiterate the same feeling, essentially stating almost the same thing. Stoche nicht im Bienenstock. Don't go poking around the beehive. And when you're asking them about the lumberjacks, about their feelings towards you and everything that was going on this evening, you normally procedurally you separate people out, you interview them separately so they're not hearing what each other is saying. And a pattern does seem to emerge in their explanations of the evening and what happened before you got there and their general feelings towards you. They are all almost repeating verbatim the exact same words, almost like they're all reading from some script of what they feel towards you. So you feel like there is some sort of like a low level charm that must have been done on the whole place, or a memory wipe or something, that these people are all, they're almost like they're not lying to you. They're honestly retrieving their memories and their thoughts, and they're coming up with this supplanted version of events, that you are all heartless government sent agents of death, and you are, while certainly here to fight the forces of evil, you don't care what innocent people get in your way, and you're only going to cause more bad things to happen. So maybe you'll kill one bad guy, but half the town will get killed in the process. So this does seem to be their feelings, but not an authentic one. You write up your paperwork for the evening. The police come in to take care of the rest of the things at the scene. Obviously, you do speak with the coroner at the morgue. They have done an autopsy on them, and for most of their bodies, they do appear to be normal humans. They did the normal incision. In all of the internal organs, everything is pretty much normal. They run fingerprints. They're not able to identify any of them at this time. Nothing's come back on records. But then, I don't know, if you don't have really a criminal record, there's not going to be too much out there anyways. It's not like everybody gets fingerprinted or has state records. But as far as the head, when they cut the head open, there's essentially severe burn damage from the inside of the skull, but the rest of it seems to be organic. But in the back of the skull it's rather damaged and burnt out and almost just carbon, these scraps left over. But it appears to be the same size and shape of these nodes that you saw inside of the Clockwork Man. So when you did that inspection of the